We're back again, so we're going to try that again. So, Dick, if you want to make a motion on the minutes of the open session meeting for April 20th, 22 for approval.
Yes, sir. As stated, I'll move the approval of the meeting minutes of April 20. So moved.
Joe, you want to second the motion?
I'll second it. I was not there, but I'll be happy to second it. They look in order.
Okay, so the motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So that's unanimous, all three of us. Next one was appointments, item 2, appointments for our meeting. Any appointments today, John?
No.
No appointments. Okay, old business. Any old business?
No.
Okay, moving on to item 4, personal matters for consideration. There's a personnel paper that came over to the commissioners today for the notice of the appointment of Lisa M. Roberts of Rockland as executive assistant, replacing Claire Martin, effective 5/16/22. Any comment or any motion on that?
As long as the paperwork is all in order, I move appointment of Lisa Roberts of Rockland, Mass. as executive assistant.
Okay, do I hear a second, Joe? You all set with
I'll
that?
second it.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Unanimous. Okay, terrific. I signed it, I've dated it, and we're going to stamp your names on that.
Peter, if I could, I'm sorry to interrupt you politely.
Yeah.
Business, there was an appointment last week. You weren't here, but somebody from the registry was needing something had to be done. I think a query check had to be done. I guess an old business. Do anybody know if that's been completed?
That's, John just motioned to me that this is that personnel paper for the query check. This is,
All right, just making sure. All right, thank you, sir. Thank you.
good catch. Okay. Next item, payroll and expense warrants for approval. Dick, if you have them, you can read them. Otherwise, I'll read them for you.
Go ahead, Peter. I'll defer to you.
Okay, warrant list for 4/27/22. The first one is 22-43 payroll county in the amount of $137,612.48. That's either of you gentlemen care to make a motion on that?
So moved as read.
Okay, and second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Aye, that's unanimous. Okay, the second item is 4-26-22, Wollaston Recreational Facility Sales Tax in the amount of $114.02. Do I hear a motion?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second it, Mr. Chairman.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll
Aye.
second it.
Okay, it's unanimous. And the third item is 4/4/22, expense of the county in the amount of $492,037.10. Do I hear a motion?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye, sir.
Aye.
Okay, that's also unanimous. We're doing well.
Excellent.
Okay, the next.
Not as fast as last week, though. You're tracking.
It was pretty fast this week.
Well, you guys,
Buckley said that.
you guys
All
are
right,
more
though.
efficient than us.
I'm kidding.
Okay, so item 6, bid openings. We don't have any today, so that's a fast item. Item 7, contract awards. We have a tentative award, building, roofing, and repairs as needed for a period of 1 year with 2 one-year options to renew for the County of Norfolk to include any of its towns or cities. Nancy, do you want to tell us what's going on with this?
Yes, this is the on-call roofing for the county. A period of 1 year, 2 years to renew. We had 5 bid submittals, and the lowest responsible qualified was Corolla Contracting Incorporated out of Winthrop, Mass.
And did you recommend them to us for approval?
Yes, I do. I checked their references. They came back satisfactory.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve? What's the name of that vendor again, please?
Corolla Contracting.
Corolla Contracting for this building and roofing repairs as needed contract.
I have a question. Nancy, how many other people bid on that job?
We had 5 total.
Okay. Did you happen to know if this is a union organization or has anything association with us in the past?
I don't believe they're a union organization, but they all have to pay prevailing wage.
They do. Okay. That's
Yes.
what I was going to ask you. Okay. Excellent. All right. I'll move it, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, do I hear a second?
I'll be happy to second it.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that's unanimous. Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Terrific.
Thanks.
Okay, item 8, FY23 budget development. John, what do we have on that?
very briefly, Peter, the FY23 budget, as you know, was presented to the advisory board after the commissioners viewed it several weeks ago. Currently, we're awaiting the outcome of next week's discussion with the commissioners with any potential impact from the Ripples Group recommendations on that plan. I will tell you, over the last couple of weeks, there have been some modest, small changes to the approved budget that you folks had previously seen, the base budget. There's been a successful reclassification and also some savings found in one of our line items. So overall, I'll pretty much finalize that version, the base version, next week. And depending upon how things go with the commissioner's recommendation from the Ripples Group, prepare a budget for the following week when the advisory board will be meeting. My hope is that any such changes relative to the Ripples Group recommendation will also be available in some form next week.
Terrific. Thank you. Any questions for John?
Oh, good, John. Good job. Thank you.
Joe, you're all set?
I'm all set for now.
Okay, terrific. Item number 9 is a report on county response to COVID-19 update.
Peter, commissioners, just for your benefit, several months ago, the county commissioners approved the purchase of multiple COVID testing kits for use by employees. At that time, I believe we ordered almost 250 to 300. They have all been dispersed, and at this point, I'm asking for permission to purchase another 150 test kits for similar disbursement to Norfolk County employees to use as they see fit. The total cost will be approximately $17.98 per kit for a total of $2,697. So with your approval, if you could make a motion, I would appreciate moving forward with purchasing $2,700 worth of ARPA funds, COVID testing kits for use by Norfolk County employees.
So this is using, I'm sorry, Peter, if I may. This is using ARPA funds, John?
That's right.
Okay. All right, I'll move approval of that.
Joe?
These are the next batch because the other batch is dissipated
That's correct.
and the other batch is also dated, just as the new ones are.
Correct.
We have to keep in mind, if we don't use them, we lose them, right?
That's correct, Joe. They expire in May. Yeah.
Okay, so you buy a moderate amount so you won't eat them at the end of the contract. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea also.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to purchase the COVID-19 test kits. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye, that's unanimous. Okay, next is item 10, the revised holiday calendar. I believe it's in your packet. We have to make a motion. We have to make a vote on that.
5 minutes. Peter.
Go ahead, John.
Commissioners, this matter, as many of you may know, was brought forth as a result of legislation both at the state level and the national level, where Juneteenth, which is also known as June 19th, 2022, is a recognized state and federal holiday. We were guided by council when these decisions and laws were passed to await contact with our respective collective bargaining units. We have made contact with our respective bargaining units. They've requested that this particular holiday be added through to their contracts, which we will do. So at this point, we're just adopting the Juneteenth holiday, known as June 19th, 2022, not just to embrace the holiday, but also to permit through your vote compensation for individuals taking that day as a holiday. This year, it will fall on a Sunday, and as such, it would be recognized the following Monday. So that is the request.
Okay, do I have a motion on the?
Oh, whoa, I got a question. Hold on.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
I'm just asking a question. Again, this is new to me. So I had a question. I looked at the holiday schedule. It has on there Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Are both of those considered holidays? Both? Because if I read it right, if I'm reading this right, in the fine print with the asterisks and all, it says when the holiday's on a Saturday, they get the Friday off. And when it's on a Sunday, they get a Monday off. So if I'm reading this right, that's a 4-day holiday? I just want to make sure I'm reading that right. They get Friday off, plus Saturday, plus Sunday, plus Monday. So it's Christmas Eve day, a holiday. I've never heard of that. I observe it religiously. I know Christmas Day is, but Christmas Eve day considered a holiday.
You know, I don't believe it is, Dick. At this point, if you allow me to check on that, I will and report back.
I want to hold on voting this because it caught my eye. I have nothing opposed to religious observations. I obviously do my own thing, but I didn't know about Christmas Eve. That's kind of threw me off a little bit.
Okay,
That's
so
all.
a motion by Commissioner Stady to table the revised holiday calendar. Joe, do I have a second?
Sure, I'll second. I'll support the hold on Juneteenth till we research it.
Yeah, nothing against Juneteenth.
I don't want to hold it to,
I'm not
Forever,
holding Juneteenth. I'm not. I just wanted.
don't hold it past June 19th.
No, it won't. It won't.
All right. Michelle Labadini is here to talk on this.
So prior to me coming to the county, the holiday of, and Joe Dioro, you probably can confirm this for me, but you had Bunker Hill and Evacuation Day. And when they took those 2 days away, they gave you additional days, and Christmas Eve was one of those days, correct?
Who did this? What are you talking about? They did this.
The commissioners. I wasn't here. It was before I came, Commissioner, so I can't tell you the date that this happened, but it's always been our holiday since I've been here.
Well, Michelle, why don't we look into those records?
Why don't we do a little research, John? If it could,
What?
let's talk about it next week.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's been a motion by Commissioner Stady, seconded by Commissioner Shea to table revised holiday calendar. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Okay, terrific. Next, 11, report on American Rescue Plan Act of 2021.
Very briefly, Commissioners, there are no grants available this week for approval. You will have at least one. I approved the Bellingham application this morning. There are two others looming that'll likely be approved. In total, all three, should they come before you, will be another $1 million in awards next week. I will tell you the portal is extremely active. The town of Dedham placed several new items in today. The town of Medway landed. There is a lot of activity with communities making inquiry on their grant opportunities, and it's very active. We're very happy with it. A lot of questions, a lot of good work, and again, high compliments to Clifton Larson for their prompt and efficient and professional explanation of grant eligibility. So that's a brief update on the ARPA grant for this week.
Okay, item 12 is a report on the county legislative efforts, and back to John. I don't know if it goes to.
We're going to put that through to Mr. Buckley. He was at the State House yesterday doing some work on the county's behalf, and I think he has some updates on some bills.
Hey, Mr. Chair, how are you? I took this Zoom from my office so as not to give my monthly spotlight on my bald spot on the Zoom in that seat over there. I did have a very good day up at the State House yesterday. Representative Rogers, my old boss, was kind enough to let me hang my hat in his room 162, which was very convenient because in the space about 50 feet, you have Chairman McMurtry from Dedham, as well as Chairman Galvin from Canton as well. So I got a lot of meetings done in rapid succession.
So let me give you a quick rundown on this. I've been told that Verizon's working in the street. That's what's messing everything up. So Bill was halfway through his legislative efforts, and he talked about how he had met with the legislators, but he didn't say what got done. What happened, Bill?
So you really wanted to see the back of my head. That was why I think. So we did have a very productive meeting. There were two, as the budget is being developed this week. It's the House is taking it up. There are two amendments that affect the county. One, Chairman Galvin was kind enough to take the bill he has filed on behalf of the Massachusetts Association of County Commissioners and place that as an amendment. And the second was Chairman Ayers from Quincy was kind enough to place an amendment to assist us in our playground project at the Wallaston Recreational Facility. Chairman Galvin, after discussion with leadership, withdrew his bill that was filed as an amendment. But I think the takeaway from my discussion with him and his staff is that there was a great deal of renewed interest on the part of leadership around our legislation. And I think one of the questions was specifically how the change in the deeds excise affects the revenue stream to the Commonwealth as a whole and to us. So there is still an opportunity. The session is not ended. There's still an opportunity to have that discussion with leadership as well as possibly move this forward in the Senate when they take up their budget next month. So it is still very much alive. And I think my sense was from talking to a number of Norfolk County legislators that the interest has only increased in this bill, and working together with the county, not the least of which because of our ARPA program and the feedback they're getting of the sort of revitalization of our organization as an entity. Secondly, the playground amendment has been classified. They bundle amendments into groups, and so the playground amendment will probably be taken up very late tonight or early tomorrow. And Chairman Ayers was very optimistic about perhaps coming back with $100,000, perhaps to defray the cost of our project there, which is north of $200,000 at the Wallaston Recreational Facility. Depending, I can report next week or by email to you about the final how that it finally shakes out in the House budget, and then it will go on to the Senate. They take up their budget the week before Memorial Day, and we will again be working with Senator Keenan, who Chairman Shea has been working on and has a very strong relationship with, to make sure that language gets into the Senate. Ideally, we get even more in the Senate, and it goes to conference committee and it shakes out. We'll see how much we get. But both matters have very favorable outlooks right now. So I think, all in all, it was a quite good meeting.
Any questions for Mr. Buckley?
Yeah, first, thanks, Bill. Thank you for your work, obviously, right on top of things. May I suggest that maybe we think about a follow-up with Representative Galvin to let him know that we have interest still in that bill and it doesn't get tossed on the wayside. I know that, Billy wrote to me that it's on a different track. I know it's going to be something that's going to take a little work. And then maybe possibly we can get someone on the Senate side to work with as well to kind of coordinate this and maybe, push this through this year. It's an important issue. The sooner we can get increased revenue, again, it's going to help our county, even though we're in maybe pretty good financial shape. It's always good to look ahead. So I'd like to see if we could write a letter to Rep. Galvin and others related. Billy can handle that maybe with the colleagues' permission, and then kind of stay on top of that. Thank you.
Joe, any thoughts?
Chairman Shea?
No, I'm all set. I will add that there's a lot going on around Wallaston facility because as promised a couple of years ago, the city put a brand new street in 3 weeks ago, including sidewalks and everything. So they promised a new street and we promised to dress up at the front, and we're going to do it. And the mayor's been excited about a new TOT program. So by September, we're going to wrap it all up and finish the new signage and do a couple of other things. I believe there's going to reach out coming to the sheriff's department to do some extra laboring along the whole length of the fence, because it's a difficult position to be in every year, because it's just old-fashioned labor to clean the whole perimeter of that golf course. And we said we're going to do it, and now with the new street there, we're going to do it. So it's all going to fall into place and wrap itself around the new playground. So it's going to make a big difference. We're also spending the money on the pickleball court and one or two other things. The new lighting is on order. I know there's two schools of thought there, but we're going to look at it and at least make some attempt to do some of it, but maybe not all. There's two schools of thought, because some people think the new lighting draws people there in the evening, and it's not always conducive to what we're trying to promote there. But we do need some of the new lighting for some of the other things we do. So we're going slowly on it, but we needed to spend some money at the golf course. And of course, it always pops in the spring, and it's dragging itself but it's weather driven. But the new street really looks terrific. Evans Street going in there, they did a fabulous job. I mean, they put the granite curbings in, the new walkways, everything. So it makes a big difference. So we're excited.
Terrific. Okay, off to the item 13, report of the county director.
Thank you, Mr. Commissioner. Just a couple of things very quickly. The first item is to request your assistance reimbursing a citizen who parked at the Quincy District Court on April 8th and encountered a malfunctioning parking machine. She conveyed her concerns via email to us that she was charged the maximum amount to park for a few-minute trip into Quincy District Court of $14, and she would like to be reimbursed. We're happy to reimburse her for this inconvenience, but I think we'll need a vote of the commissioners to do so. Her name is Ms. Donna Aruda, and she's from Needham, Massachusetts.
Do I hear a motion to reimburse Donna Aruda $14?
Yeah,
I'll make that motion.
oh, okay. I'll
I'll
second.
make the motion to reimburse Donna Aruga of Needham, Mass, $14 for a malfunction of our parking machine at Quincy District Court.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye, please.
Aye.
Aye.
Has
Aye.
anyone looked into what's wrong with the machine and try to get it fixed because of that?
The machines have had sort of an ongoing issue, Commissioner Stady, since they were installed. The malfunction nature is usually a result of the solar power that's going into the device. We do have a contract with IPS to maintain the devices, and we can make inquiry on how to correct that. All right.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
Next item is to remind all those affected policymakers within Norfolk County that Monday, May 2nd is the deadline to file your statement of financial interest with the State Ethics Commission. Failure to make that file on that date may result in fines via the Ethics Commission. So if anybody has any questions, please reach out to Michelle Labadini, and she'll help you get your SFI access code to be successful with your application. Just one footnote for the commissioners, since you elected to defer the approval of the 2022 holiday calendar, Michelle Labadini informed me that the reason it changed was because I believe in the last contract iteration, the commissioners voted to provide Christmas Day or Christmas Eve as a holiday. It's in the contract. And subsequently, in each year, the approved holiday listings have included that day for all employees, not just those within each collective bargaining agreement. So for your information, that's where it originated from. She was corrected. It was clearly in the contract in consideration for the loss of two other holidays in the interim leading up to the last contract. So it's memorialized in 3 of the AFSCME contracts right now.
We can still address it next week if you want, Dick. That'll be fine.
I prefer it.
Okay, that's fine.
That is all I have.
Thanks for the info. Thank you.
Okay, the next item is 14, the announcement of the Norfolk County hearing on solar project at the Norfolk County Agricultural High School is going to take place on 5/16/22 at the AKC Ring at 7 p.m. at the Aggie and Walpole. And that's that doesn't require a vote. That's just an announcement. The next one is item 15, announcement of the 2022 Law Day ceremony of the Bar Association of Norfolk County. Is to be held at the Superior Court in Dedham, Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. on May 2nd, 2022. Again, that doesn't require a vote. And lastly, we will need a motion to go in executive session pursuant to Master General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21, Subsection A, Subsection 3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining. If an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the public body and the chair so declares, and I do declare. So I'd like a motion to go into executive session if possible.
We will not be returning to open session.
We will be returning to,
For adjournment only?
thank you, for adjournment only, but we won't be returning for any other issues.
Okay, thank you. I'll move we go into executive session pursuant to General Laws, Chapter 38, Section 21A3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining. If any open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the public body, and it's been so declared by the chair.
A motion's been made to go into executive session. Joe, do you second the motion?
I second the motion.
Okay, roll call vote. Dick, yes?
Yes, sir.
Joe, yes?
Yes.
All right, and myself, I vote yes also, so we are going